During my video about my favorite monsters from Bestiary 3, I promised that I'd be making videos about both the first and second Bestiaries. So, here's the video covering my favorite monsters from Bestiary 2. First off, we have the Akata, which is a level 1 aberration. The first of their main two abilities is that they can hibernate in cocoons for basically as long as they want to, and their second ability is that when they bite people, they infect them with a parasite that turns them into a void zombie if the infection reaches stage 6. The first quest idea that I thought of for these creatures is that a bunch of them crash-landed on the planet a few hundred years ago, and they've just been hibernating in cocoons in a cave. Then, a village ends up being built over top of this cave, and one day a farmer or a miner or something accidentally finds the cavern and wakes up the Akata, leading to a void zombie infestation of that area that the players need to stop before it destroys the entire town. The next creature I want to talk about is the Ankou, a level 14 Fae. These creatures look sort of like shadowy dragons, and they have a ridiculously fast fly speed as well as sneak attack, which makes it great for quick hit and run attacks against the party. It can also make up to 3 shadow duplicates of itself once per day, which is definitely an opening move that will absolutely terrify your players. The way I'd use one of these is that if the players have pissed off someone who's really powerful or has strong ties to the Fae, and let's face it, if the party has gotten up to level 14, then they've definitely got a lot of enemies by that point, then one of these will be sent to assassinate them while they are traveling, or maybe it attacks them at the tavern in the night or something. Next we have the Dracolisk, which is a level 9 creature and is both a beast and a dragon. If it wasn't clear from the name of this creature, it's literally just a combination of a dragon and a basilisk. What isn't to like here? It has different breath weapons based on what type of dragon heritage you decide to give it, such as a 60-foot line of electricity if it's a blue dragon, or a 30-foot cone of fire if it was a red dragon, and so on. It also has the classic basilisk ability of slowing and then petrifying anyone that it looks at for too long. If I was going to use one of these, then I'd probably have the classic basilisk-style dungeon area with all of these stone statues of adventurers frozen in the halls, which are the classic calling cards to the players to tell them they are about to fight a basilisk or a Medusa or something in that vein. I'm going to mix it up a bit this time and talk about an undead, and more specifically the level 8 creature known as the Bodak. These horrific creatures are created when a person is exposed to an extreme expression of supernatural evil that crushed their minds and ripped out their souls. The Bodak then returns to the places that it knew in life to try to kill other people and turn them into more Bodaks. Their main ability is that they actively drain life from anyone they can see, which is already scary enough, but they also have an ability that can apply the doomed condition onto its target, as well as applying a lot of stacks of the drained condition, all while healing itself. For a questline involving one of these, I'd probably have it focus on the actual mystery of who created the Bodak. There would be a short quest involving stopping the Bodak in the city and preventing it from creating more, but then that would lead into the players trying to discover the evil wizard behind the whole plan. I feel like this would be a pretty cool way of introducing a new villain for the players to fight against. Now we have what might be my absolute favorite creature from the book, the Carbuncle. These level 1 beasts aren't actually very strong at all, but they are just really, really annoying to fight against, and it's really entertaining. Whenever it gets hit, it can fake its death and actually just teleport away, leaving a fake corpse behind, and when the players touch the fake body, it just crumbles to dust. Also, it has a second ability where it can force a target to roll a will save, and if the target fails, then they have to spend all of their actions on their next turn performing harmless, pointless, and usually embarrassing actions. Do you see how this could be super annoying to try to fight? I've actually used one of these in one of my campaigns already, and it was where the party was hired by a wealthy merchant to get a carbuncle horn for him, after hearing rumors that there was one in the area. The next monster is the Froghemoth, a level 13 amphibious aberration. These giant creatures can see through invisibility, and are mostly immune to electricity damage. Instead of taking damage from electricity, it just slows them down for the next round. Froghemoths also have an ability to grab people with its tongue similar to a Boggard's ability, but unlike boggards, they have the ability to literally swallow people whole, which then deals acid damage to them every single round. Let's not forget that in addition to all of this, they just look really cool. I feel like Froghemoths would be a fun creature to use as a random encounter in a swamp region in a West Marches campaign or something like that. Do you enjoy scaring your players? Do you think that any creature that doesn't inflict the frightened condition isn't a valid option to use in your tabletop role-playing games? Do you hate birds? Then this next monster, the Scarecrow, is for you. It's a level 14 construct that has the ability to make any creature within 40 feet of the Scarecrow unable to reduce their frightened condition below 1. This synergizes well with its next ability, where every time a creature starts its turn within 40 feet of the Scarecrow, they need to make a DC 18 will save against gaining a frightened condition. But birds have a -2 to their saving throw against this. I didn't think that the bird thing would ever actually come up in the game, but I actually did get to use it one time because a player was playing as a Tengu, and the player thought it was hilarious. I love these small little quirks that creatures have in Pathfinder 2nd Edition that just make them so much more interesting. Then, after applying the frightened condition and preventing people from reducing their frightened condition, it also deals extra damage to targets who are frightened, so everything kinda just synergizes together in this horrific path of destruction. My idea for a quest involving this construct is that there's a harvest festival going on in a town one week, and an evil wizard creates a scarecrow that starts killing people one by one, like a slasher movie or something. Moving back to animals, we have shocker lizards. These level 2 animals look really cute, but they can mess your party up, especially in groups. Shocker lizards have the ability to track anyone within 20 feet because of the minute electrical charges in the target creature's body. Its main attacks are biting and shooting electricity at people. It even has an ability where a shocker lizard can power up another shocker lizard that is nearby, so a pack of these become much more dangerous. My favorite part of the shocker lizard lore, and the way that I would probably use them if I were to add them into my game, is that kobolds like to keep them as pets and use them in their traps against intruders. The final monster on this list is the Skaveling. These are level 5 undead that are able to fly around above the battlefield. They have your usual fang and wing attacks like you would expect, but they also have a bone-chilling screech that can frighten or even stun targets depending on what level of success the targets get on their will saving throw. Also, similar to ghouls, they have the Ghoul of Fever and Paralysis abilities, meaning that every single hit from one of these hurts just that much more, and even has the ability to take someone out of the fight for a few rounds. Skavelings will probably work best as fodder undead among swarms of other ghouls, skeletons, and zombies. They could probably also be used as scouts for an evil necromancer to spy on the players, or to patrol the area around her lair so she knows when the party is on their way. So, that's been a list of my favorite monsters from the second bestiary for Pathfinder 2nd Edition, and I've got a video for the first bestiary planned as well, so please subscribe so you don't miss that when it comes out. Anyway, don't forget, when in doubt, throw an owlbear at your party.